My experience with Legend of Zelda, The Missing Link. I need to tell y'all everything about this game from beginning, middle, and end. And I want to tell y'all how I finally got to play this game. So, it all started this morning when I was looking into Castlevania games. And I remember I was trying to look for Castlevania 64. I played a little bit of that. Didn't really like it all that much. I really did not like Castlevania 64 all that much. So I decided to uninstall it, get rid of it, because I was done. And I found Legend of Zelda The Missing Link right next to it, right underneath it. Because obviously this is an emulated game, so you have to go through those means to emulate the experience. So, and I was like, you know what? I have always wanted to play The Missing Link, because you can say I am one of those type of Zelda fans that's like in it, but not in it all at the same time, because my experience with Zelda goes a little bit like this. Ocarina of Time was banger. I love that game. Love it to death. Majora's Mask, it was glitchy, it was a buggy mess, but I still ended up really liking it. I still loved it, even though a lot of its elements were weirdly effed up, right? And after Majora's Mask, every Zelda game I've tried to play, it either went unfinished, unfinished, or just never bothered to really go back in and explore. Just didn't really care. I mean, look at Link to the Past. Didn't finish. Me and Ronnie tried to play it eons later. Didn't finish it. Right? Didn't do any of that. Oh! This is really a foot long?
Yes, it is.
I don't feel like one. Right? But here, throw that in the... Okay, that was mine? Okay. I'm streaming right now, so that's why I'm like, fridge. Fridge that bitch.
Now,
okay, but anyways, as I was saying, right, that's how it was with me with Zelda games, right? There was not a whole lot of them that hooked me. Breath of the Wild failed to hook me, Tears of the Kingdom failed to hook me, and I was always just trying to find that Zelda game that can scratch that itch I've been having of wanting to get back into Zelda, and The Missing Link was right there. And I spent years trying to emulate this game and always failing. So I finally booted up the game, and Lord have mercy on my soul, I was immediately fucking immersed. This was the best Zelda I've played by far, bar none. Can you say hi, Vanessa? Hi, Vanessa. How you doing? Brittany Maria, welcome to stream as well. But I'm telling y'all, I have not felt like this towards a Zelda game since Ocarina of Time, dude. And this is a fan game by Kaz Emulator, alright? And yet he just came out and made a banger, bro. I have, like, dude, I missed in the OST. Oh my god, the OST is so fucking good. I don't want to spoil y'all, like, in terms of the game itself, but I am going to talk about that OST. That soundtrack deserves to be fucking talked about. It is so damn good. But anyways, as I was saying, I got so immersed in its world immediately. And I was sitting there like, dude, Brethel, where are they at? This? It couldn't even do what this right now? What the hell is this? Get that shit out of here. I'm telling y'all, I dropped in on this game for not even 5 seconds, and I was way more interested than I've ever had playing a Zelda game in my life. I am so serious. I am so serious when I say that, bro. So serious. We drop in and we figure out. Hey, thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate that. But as I was saying, we drop in and we figure out as soon as we boot up the game that this game takes place in between Ocarina of Time. It takes place after Ocarina, right? But before Majora's Mask. It's like a little third little in between to kind of fill in. Marshmallow Cat. Hi, Marshmallow Cat. It's been a while since I've seen you. How you doing? Oh, I am talking about The Legend of Zelda: The Missing Link, or yeah, The Missing Link. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I remember I dropped in. I loved it, man. Running around. And by the way, this game's only like 1, 2, maybe 3 hours tops, right? I mean, sure, it took me more than that because that's the first time me playing it and investing, and I just wanted to spend hours in this world, bro. I was sitting there going around slashing little things, like slashing trees, like not trees, but I was going in there with my hero shield, my Kokiri sword, right? And I'm going in, I'm slashing enemies and running around and doing what people in the world want me to do. And I'm telling you, I was having more fun with this than I've ever had with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom combined. This is a hot take, but I think The Missing Link just solos both those games, for me personally, right? This isn't like a fact, but for me, it just solos both those games. In my opinion, it just does what I want it to. And it does it, and it smacks it so fucking right, bro. It smacks so right. Like, we start off in Kokiri Forest, you know what I mean? Like that, you know, since Link went to go relive his childhood. And, you know, you have to try to figure out how to navigate across to kind of continue the game. And it's the whole thing. It's a small little game, right? Not many dungeons, not many bosses either. Which I love that because you guys know me with Zelda bosses and just Zelda in general. Sometimes this shit drags out, you know? So the fact that The Missing Link doesn't drag out, I feel like in any play, other than like maybe the end, it drags out a little bit. But other than the ending, everything else was perfectly paced, man. And for someone who struggles with Zelda to get into it, to figure things out, and doesn't want to deal with anything, bro, I was figuring so much shit out in this game, it's crazy. I was like, I actually used my brain and was like, okay, you do that to get to here, and then you're done. Like, I couldn't believe it. A Zelda game, I don't care if fan-made or not, a Zelda game where I'm actually able to figure out fucking puzzles on my own without looking up a fucking video. That is insane right now, because every Zelda game I've ever played or tried to get into, I have to look up videos and have the video with me playing along with it. Like, I gotta hold the video's hand like this, look. Mom, Dad, we gotta go, type shit, you know what I mean? I'll be back, bye. Alright, I subbed and like, thank you, appreciate that. But yeah, as I was saying, right, I have to hold the game's hand. And with Missing Link, yes, I had to use a video, but like for the first few hours of the game that I was getting myself into, I was figuring out puzzles left and right, left and right, left and right, just doing it. And also, everything in this game is completely unique to the game. Other than maybe a few things that is completely different in terms of like, for example, like the world, the music, and its level design, completely different from anything you've ever seen in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. there will be some characters from Majora's Mask before Majora's Mask make an appearance here. But other than that, and maybe like 1 or 2 items from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time make it into this one. So it's like a completely its own complete unique adventure. Oh God, I'm geeking out about this because I spent all day on this game. I spent literally all day. As soon as I woke up, right, tried to do that Castlevania shit, failed. Maybe watched one YouTube video. I got on Missing Link and I was hooked immediately, and I wanted to dedicate my time to playing this all day. It was so damn good. It was so damn good going back to Ocarina of Time Link. I think that's why too. Like I don't have like a. I think that's why too, because like I remember when I played Ocarina of Time, I built this strong connection with that version of Link that like other Links to me just never really hit it off that well. You know, in comparison to Ocarina of Time Link, for me personally. And I know, Link's practically the same dude every game. What are you talking about? Well, not really, technically. He's multiple different people spanning across multiple different generations over and over and over again. But it was so nice dropping back in the Ocarina of Time feel with the same Link, having the Ocarina playing Sarah's song, which Soraya's song is beautiful, by the way. Having me remember how to play that song on the Ocarina, oh my God, it took me back in time when I did Ocarina over 3 years ago, dude. It took me way back in time. Holy shit, how far back it did was amazing. Right? I loved it. It was so nostalgic, but it was so good all at the same fucking time. And yeah, it's also Sarada is in this game, and she tells us, and this is kind of a spoiler for the game. I know I said I wasn't going to spoil anything, but I kind of want to, because this is kind of like my experience, kind of like my review. But she's told us her story, saying that, I'm sorry, Missing Link, like Missing Link Optimus, oh my God, Dark Souls, stop it. But Sarada or Sarada, fuck, I cannot say this bitch's name right now, but sorry, it's just I'm so hyped, but at the same time I am so pissed that I get that name wrong all the time. So she was telling us that like I tried to fight off this beast to save the fairies, because that's basically what this whole game's about. It's about Link trying to find Navi after the events of Ocarina of Time, but also trying to help other people that are fucked up by this certain demon that is stealing fairies and whatnot and using them to power itself up. Right? That's something like. Again, thank you, Marshmallow Cat. Appreciate that. But yeah, so she tells us that, and she told us that she tried to risk her life in order to save those fairies, but she almost died in the process, which is why her soul / her spirit is in our charged up Kokiri sword. And this is the only sword we ever get in the entire game. So no master sword, no better sword upgrades, nothing. The charged Kokiri sword is the strongest sword you have in the game, for anyone that wants to know. And also, there's no different shields, only the hero shield that you saw in the intro. That's the only shield you also get either. But other than that, and a few other things, I'm sorry, I'm just really addicted to Transformers. No, you're straight fine. I said stop it, as in like a joke, you know, like, ha, you're funny. But anyways, as I was saying about that, so Sarada says this sad-ass shit about how she almost died, and how she failed and whatnot, and yet this is where I have to reside in the spirit of this sword is basically, my essence goes into this Kokiri charged sword. It's literally the last of me. And I felt so upset because she was actually a really core character in Ocarina of Time, so seeing her kind of pass away and kind of pass along in this sort of way in the Missing Link was actually really fucking sad. I actually felt really, really sad. Also, this is a ROM hack or a game? This is a ROM hack, but I'm treating it like it's a full damn game because that's what it was for me. But anyways, let me give y'all like a taste of the OST and why I say this is so fucking good. It's so nostalgic yet so new all at the same time for me. But anyways, Deep Woods. This is Deep Woods for Missing Link. remember hearing this shit, bro. I showed this to Ronnie immediately, bro. By the way, look up the OSD. I swear to God. I knew. As soon as I heard this, I knew I was gonna like this shit. I knew it. And then here is Monktown, right? One of my favorite themes in the game already. That's a fucking ad. But here's this. Hear it. Joshua, what's going on? And by the way, to explain Monktown Valley, when you're here in the game, basically you're in this sand village, and all these people, these dickhead raiders raided this village, Monktown Valley, or Monktown Village, and decided to put a curse on everybody to turn everybody into the undead, or re-dead. If you don't know what a re-dead is, it's basically a motherfucker that will fuck you up with this screeching and will hold you till you die. Turned everybody, almost everybody in that village into one of those, right? And Link goes in there and has to fucking get rid of the curse. And once the curse is lifted, everyone's happy again, and you get this peaceful ass shit. Here, check this out. This is the peaceful version of Monktown Valley. Pretty cool. I'm sorry, I just love the fuck out of this game. Like, everything I did in the game just kept me so immersed for some reason. And another thing that I love so much about this game is that it's so short, right? It's short as hell. So a zombie, practically. I could give some ROM hack recommendations. Yeah, definitely. I would love. I have to go. All right, Marshmallow Cat. I'll see you later. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. But yeah, give me some ROM hack recommendations, bro. Like Mario ones. I don't give a fuck. Mario, Donkey Kong, you name it. I'll give it a play. Hopefully it works out and I can play and make my experience on it. But I don't know, man. It's just like in comparison to other Zeldas that I have played in the past, this game for me just shits all over it, man. Banjo-Kazooie, the Jiggies of Time. Ooh, I want to play a Banjo-Kazooie ROM hack. Hopefully, if I can find it and it works, I am definitely going to be playing Banjo-Kazooie, the Jiggies of Time. But I wanted to, like, really talk about this. It's a Zelda-themed ROM hack for Banjo. Ooh, that's sick! But, what is it? So, since there wasn't, like, too many bosses, you're mainly going to places, like I said, Monktown, Garatos, you know, you're going to Deku Road, which Deku Road had a beautiful theme to it. I'm gonna blast all the music in here. I don't care. Or a good chunk of it. That's Deku Road, and then Deku Grove is here, which... And by the way, Sereda actually passes right before this theme is on. So, like, hearing, like, getting sad that Sereda died and then kind of having that push with this song to kind of push. Dude, it's like... Oh, we gotta beat this game. We gotta beat this game for her, bro. We gotta beat this game for her, bro. Like, and that's why I was like, bro, it was like everything that it did. First of all, the length. It's not 12 hours, 50 hours to see the fucking end of this thing. Not too many bosses. Like, only like one real boss, which is the main villain of this. And then the others are just like little side villains. There's not really a lot of enemies in this game that I've noticed, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, I really enjoy that because I love exploring a lot of what the hell is going on, which this game just does so good at, is just exploring and keeping me invested with the music and just, oh, this Zelda game really impressed me. And I hope Kaz Emulator and everybody who worked on the game. And I want to show y'all the final boss too. Let me show y'all the final boss. Let me show y'all the final boss. But some of the items we get in the game are really cool too. Like not only the Kokiri charge sword, but we also get the bunny hood from Majora's Mask so we can run around the world faster and shit. We also get, you know, we don't get bow and arrow. We don't get that. We get bomb crats or those little bomb shoes. We get little bomb shoes. We get bomb shoes and like a few other items. But other than that, that's it. We also get this really cool mechanic. I love this one. Before I talk about the final boss, I want to mention this one. Other than the ocarina as well, we get that, but we only have 2 songs. We only have Epona's song, which brings Epona to us, and then we only have Sarada's song. That's the only 2 we have in this game, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I do understand why there's no need for a lot of songs in this ROM hack. It probably was really hard to get, you know, as what they had going on for the game going on in it. But anyways, as I was saying, right, was outside of those 2 songs, you know, the ocarina, the charged up Kokiri sword, the shield and shit, and then the bomb shoes and everything else. Other than those, I would say like 1 or 2 items really matter. And we get this thing called this time travel hourglass, where we throw it down. And basically, for example, I walk over here, I throw it down, we walk all the way back over here. It is so cool. Because I remember we had to do a few puzzles with this, and I loved it. But the one thing I can say that's really bad about this game, or 2 things that I felt like I was annoyed at with this game, is the main dungeon that you do get. That shit drags for a bit, it feels like. In my opinion, because I'm not used to Zelda games all that much, it really feels like this shit just drags on and 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 on. When I'm like, okay, I want to get to the boss so I can fight it and be done. Because keep in mind, I was on this game since like maybe like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, man, all the way to now. Okay, where I'm making this live stream / little video for you guys now. That's why it took so long today to come on and do a video. I could have done my experience on the other retro games, but I really felt like I really wanted to do this one before those ones, mainly because I wanted to do this because I was so excited. I had so much passion for this game. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the dungeon. The dungeon, again, was dragging out with so many rooms with not pretty difficult puzzles. But it makes sense that it's going to be the only dungeon in there, so it makes sense why. But, you know, at the same time, again, I digress when I say what I said earlier about how I'm not used to Zelda dungeon design, because I don't play Zelda games all that much or very often. So the fact that, you know, I was able to get through this shows that, yeah, okay, I could actually play a Zelda game and enjoy it somewhat. If it's short, you know, and not like bloated like a lot of other Zelda games are. But anyways, back to what I was saying. And the final boss, he's another thing that really bugs me because he's weird, okay? I'm going to tell you why he's weird. But let me get to the final boss, right? Yeah. Let me get this going really quick. Why I kind of dislike the final boss a little bit. And I don't want to make this video like eternity or forever, so when you fight this boss, you know, and your reverse time ability, the only way you can hit him is hitting this guy in the behind, right? And you gotta make sure you have your time thing out at all times. You can't use the bunny ears to go fast on this either. But anyway, so you gotta keep hitting it in the back over and over and over and over again. Now, this might not seem hard, but he has 2 phases. Phase 1 is where you just have to try to get him in the back, and he'll just try to hit you with his freaking spiked pillar wall right there, or basically all around the arena, or try to hit you with its giant hitbox legs, which was fucking annoying, right? Phase 2, he does everything I just mentioned, and then on top of having laser eyes that has some crazy ass tracking, so you really need to make sure to use your hourglass like fucking bananas on this boss, right? And I remember after I beat him, I was like 2 HP left on me. Now, there's also ways you can get more health, but like other than that, I didn't do that because I was lazy and I was just trying to kind of get it done because I want to hang out with the boy Rene YT for today. But after that, and by the way, that's the demon that was stealing the fairies and, you know, kind of fucking them over and shit. But yeah, you go in there and then your game ends. You're done with the entire thing. Then it gives you the credits, and then this is one of the coolest things about the credits, is that you see Link walk around like this mystical forest it drops you in, basically starting you out at Majora's Mask. So if you ever want to play like Ocarina of Time and then give a Missing Link a try and then Majora's Mask, it feels like a complete journey. It feels like a completed journey of the game. And I really love that. And then here's another sad bit, right? At the very end of the credits, you see this. Sarada playing her song on her ocarina and then slowly fading away out of existence because she passed. The end. The Legend of Zelda, The Missing Link. One of the best Zelda games I've ever played, and it's not even official. It's not even by Nintendo. And who knows, maybe this opinion will change if I played, you know, Twilight Princess, if I played, I don't know, right? But to me, I really want to thank everybody who made this ROM hack because you sparked something in me that I have been struggling with for months, maybe even years now, to try to find a Zelda game that I can actually sit down and enjoy on some level, like more than I ever have before. Thank you. And that's the end of my experience with this ROM hack. It isn't too long, again, it's about 2 to 3 hours. Maybe more if you're me, like 4, 5, 6 hours, but it isn't going to take you more than 20 hours to beat unless you really want to take your time with the ROM hack. Take your time, not spend hours on it like I did, fucking up on things and struggling with the design of the areas and whatnot, and the puzzles. The puzzles, again, were not too bad. Some of them in the dungeon were making me really annoyed, but other than that, I think the puzzles for the most part were really peak. Me being able to figure them out and just enjoy it is just amazing to me. But yeah, I better go. Thank you guys for enjoying. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for liking and being patient for me. Basically being very patient, waiting for me to stream. And I apologize for not streaming all day today. It's just that I really wanted to play another Zelda game just to play and to give you guys a video on it really quick in the same day. Dude, you're awesome. G-Man, awesome stream, dog. Love your passion. Hey, Melo, thank you, man. I appreciate that shit, man. You rock, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Nah, y'all rock. Y'all are the awesome ones, man, for watching me and giving me the time of day. Talking about Zelda and shit. You know, I usually don't talk about Zelda, so it's kind of cool that and I want to give y'all a little surprise, too. Something that would throw y'all off. A little bit of Zelda. So it's like, whoa, Alan played Zelda? Hold on now. You know, but yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video, do all those things. If you want to join my channel membership, it's in the description. You don't have to. That's only optional. Same with donations. Those are optional as well. But thank you to everybody who watches my the ads that like play on the streams and stuff. Thank you. Also, thank you to everyone who has donated. Thank you, Lord Dracon, for being a member for 6 months. You're a goddamn G. And yeah, man. I'll see you guys next time. Louie, close off this video.
Alright, shit.
Come on, man. Do something Zelda related. I don't know.
Also, if you guys don't go to Hyrule, I'll make sure Ganondorf comes to your house in Minecraft and takes a Triforce, and then he takes everything from you.
Oh God.
And then after that, Ganondorf,
Sandwich
he will
bread.
take over the entire tri-state area.
All right. Jesus Christ, man. Bye. For Hyrule. Well, actually, we're not even in Hyrule. 90% of this game, we're not even in Hyrule.
For Hyrule!
Wait, but we're not in Hyrule. This game doesn't take.
Link.
Yeah, for the missing link. I don't know.